Aaron's building himself a workbench for our garage today, so the sawing and whatever else you hear in the background, I apologize for, but time waits for no man, and especially not this video because it's time sensitive, so bear with me. Remember when I said I was back on YouTube 5 months ago? But I'm here today because I saw something on Facebook the other day that moved me and I wanted to share it. As you may or may not know, I lost my mother almost 6 years ago, and Mother's Day is and has been a very difficult day. And there's a lot of feelings and thoughts that happen during that day, and it's very hard to express them eloquently, and this article really spoke to me, so I wanted to share it. So it is not mine, I'm not taking any credit for it, and the link to the full article will be below. Please note that I'm not a mother, but this woman is, so don't mind my gaze as I read to you, my people. Sure, I knew that Mother's Day was right around the corner. I mean, I'm a mom. Of course I knew. Motherhood is one of my greatest joys, and I think it's really swell to have a day just about me. But the thing is, it's not. It's not just about me. So when I started seeing the barrage of photos come across my Facebook newsfeed, the heavy weight of Mother's Day hit me. Like a lead weight, it pulled at me, dragging me down to places I typically try to forget about. Photo after photo of beautiful mothers being celebrated showed up on my social media, and honestly, I loved seeing them. But honestly, I also didn't. When I saw the picture of you and your mom, and your child too, I almost lost it. That's the thing about grief. It's a tricky animal. You can be chugging along, doing just fine and dandy, when all of a sudden you're struck by sadness, and it comes up so stealthily that it forces the emotion right out of you like an erupting volcano. Tears start pouring down your face, and you whisper to the non-responding sky above, I miss you, Mama. I don't want you to feel guilty for my grief. Not at all. My melancholy sadness is what it is, and it's also accompanied by the peace of the hereafter, so most days I'm okay. I pitter-pat through an abundantly blessed life, and when I think of my mom who's gone, I smile at the memories that stir inside my heart. So don't feel sorry for me, the motherless woman. I am simply a girl who was loved by an amazing mama. She just had to leave for heaven a little earlier than we all bargained for. But there is one thing I want to impart to you. As a woman who has lost her mother without getting to say goodbye, and as a mom whose own children never met their wonderful grandmother, I would say this. Make the most of this Mother's Day. Don't just grab a last-minute card that looks okay. Find the perfect one that spells out how special she is. And if it doesn't say enough, then add your own sentiment. Take the time. Time is a thing we are always lacking in this hurried life, but I can tell you this. When she's gone, and you will never get that time back. So make the most of it. Find the time to spend with your mom. One day, time with her will only exist in the memories of your heart. Cherish her as your friend. Recognize the help she provides. See the amazing role model she is to your children. Even if she doesn't do things like you do, realize that she's present. She's present and making an impact on your life and that of your children. I only wish my mom had met my daughters. When you hug your mom goodbye after church or at the end of your Mother's Day festivities, I want you to linger. Stay a while in her arms. Smell her perfume, soak up her laughter, and hold her tight. You just never know when that last hug will be. I still remember mine, and I beat myself up a bit for making it so perfunctory and lackluster. Hindsight. Hindsight is 20/20, but don't let it be the only way you see your mom clearly. See her now. Whatever her quirks, whatever your differences, it doesn't matter. See past that and into her heart for you, straight through to her sacrifices, kindness, and undying love. See it now, while you can still say thank you in person, rather than whispering it later in blurry-eyed, tearful prayers. When I see the pictures of you with your mom, the one who's still here on this earth with you, I'm happy. I'm happy for you when I see how blessed you are to have her presence in your life. And my prayer for you this Mother's Day would be that you see it too. Well, that is that. She describes it pretty well. I am so very happy for everyone who's with their mother and or their own children, but it also makes me sad. I too didn't get the chance to say goodbye to my mom, the last hug, the last I love you. I didn't know they were the last, and they were perfunctory, and the last goodbye I ever told her was said in anger. So if you have your mother in your life and you have a good relationship or even just an okay relationship, appreciate the good things, because you will never understand how much you'll miss every little annoying piece until she's gone. I loved my mother. We were best friends, and she was sick for the last 7 years of her life, and I took care of her. But my mother was not a perfect woman. The illness and the caretaking put a strain on our relationship. She was also dealing with addiction at the time, and we had a very complicated relationship as well as a very close one. We were pretty much all each other had at the time, and for all of the bad stuff that happened, I would give anything to have one more minute, even if it was bad. I urge you to appreciate your mom and to value every moment you have with her. And I realize not everyone has a mom in their life, because maybe your mom didn't create a safe place for you, or your mom has shunned you for one reason or the other, or you've shunned your mother. But if there's anything to salvage in that relationship, if there's any chance you could forgive each other and have some sort of relationship, which I totally leave up to you and your discretion. I am not urging anyone to do unsafe things for them physically or mentally. Your relationship with your mother is your own, and I cannot assume anything. But all I know is that for as complicated as my mom was, and as much as I almost hated her in moments, I would give anything to have that time back and to get over myself. Despite the bad stuff, she loved me more than anything at the end of the day, and she would have done anything for me. A life without your mother is hard. Sometimes I just wish she was around to give me advice. She will never get to meet Aaron, who is more than I ever could have hoped for in a partner, and she would have loved him. She will not get to dance at my wedding, let alone be at my wedding, or help me get ready. Even though I don't want kids, if I had them, my kids will never get to know her and appreciate her sense of humor and her zest for life. She would have been an amazing grandmother, despite all of her faults. And I'm sorry to sit here and cry in front of you and talk about my mother. If you are without your mother on Mother's Day, just know my heart goes out to you. And you can always reach out to me, because no one understands like someone who's lost a parent. If you haven't lost a mother, please, I know everyone tells you to appreciate the time you have. But you should treat every day like it's Mother's Day and love and appreciate her and just live each moment with her to the fullest. Now that I've cried and really brought the day down, I'm gonna say goodbye and wish you off to have a happy Mother's Day with your loved ones, whomever they may be. And let's hope we don't get this emotional again anytime soon. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. If you don't, I will see you. Well, I guess if you're not inclined, you probably won't see you next time, but I will see some of you next time. And thank you for sitting here and watching me cry, I guess, but hi.
Busy?
I'm filming.
Currently?
Yes, at this very moment.
Good.
Close the doors behind you, please.
Oh, I will.
Blue Jay in my backyard. ADD. Scroll, damn it. This is what's happening today. Babe, say hi.
Hi.
Say hello
Sorry.
to your public.
I'm public. You're public, technically.
Well, it'll be our public one day. You know, if we ever get engaged.
When?